So, if you've ever unrolled your yoga mat after a long day and thought, man, could I actually just do this for a living? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to literally break down the exact roadmap for turning this ancient practice into a real, modern, paying career.
Right off the bat, we gotta ask the big question, right? We all know yoga has these incredibly deep historical roots, but, can it actually pay the bills today? Can you really take something so profoundly spiritual and build a completely structured, financially stable, lifelong profession out of it?
To answer that, we kind of need to nail down what a yoga instructor actually is in a professional sense. It's definitely not just someone who's super flexible. An instructor is a highly trained expert in the art of yoga. Yes, it's an incredibly ancient and complex practice rooted in Indian philosophy, and it absolutely started as a spiritual journey. But today, it has just exploded in popularity as a primary way to promote physical and mental well-being in our modern, super stressed out world.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover, is this for you? The educational pathway, funding and expected income, your future workplace, and finally, the career growth path.
Section 1. Is this for you?
Before you invest your time and hard-earned money, let's do a really quick self-assessment. Ask yourself, do you actually enjoy sports and physical activity? Are you physically fit and agile? Because, you're going to be demonstrating these poses all day. But here's the thing, physical fitness alone isn't enough. You've got to ask, are you an effective communicator? You literally have to guide a room full of moving people clearly and most importantly, safely. And fundamentally, do you genuinely like helping others? This is, at its core, a service-oriented career all about improving people's daily lives.
Section 2, the educational pathway.
Now, what's actually super interesting about this path is just how accessible the very first step is. You basically just start by completing your 10+2 education. And the best part? That can be in absolutely any stream. Doesn't matter. From there, the path branches out. You could dive straight into a full bachelor's degree, like a BNYS, a BA, or BSc in naturopathy and yogic sciences. You could even go on to get a master's. Or if you want a more direct, streamlined route, you can pursue a specific certificate course from an institute certified by the Yoga Certification Board.
And honestly, you are definitely not short on options for where to study. We're talking government and private universities across India and even distance learning, all offered through departments of physical education. On the government side, you've got really prestigious places like Savitribai Phule Pune University and Lucknow University. Looking at private institutes, places like SRM Institute of Science and Technology or Chandigarh University are totally on the table. Just, always double-check that they're affiliated with the UGC or AYUSCCB before you apply. And hey, if you need maximum flexibility in your schedule, IGNOU offers some fantastic distance learning options.
Section 3. Funding and expected income.
Okay, let's talk money, because the financial investment here varies wildly. You might pay as little as 5,750 rupees for a short government certificate. Or, if you go for a full multi-year degree at a private university, it could scale all the way up to around 6,95,000 rupees. These are approximate figures, obviously, but it gives you a real sense of the range depending on the route you choose.
But don't let that top number scare you, because you are not on your own here. There are some incredibly practical funding avenues to help manage those fees. You can check out the National Scholarship Portal for merit-based scholarships under various government and UGC schemes. If you're looking into education loans, the Vijayalakshmi portal, which was actually developed by the Ministry of Finance and Higher Education, is an absolute game-changer. Plus, if you happen to live in states like West Bengal, Odisha, or Bihar, you can totally take advantage of state-specific student credit cards that offer super low interest rates.
All right, now for the ROI, your target goal. Once you're fully certified and officially working, industry data points to an expected monthly income somewhere between roughly 40,400 and 67,000 rupees. Now keep in mind, these are indicative figures, and they definitely fluctuate, but they provide a really solid, encouraging benchmark for what this career can actually sustain.
Section 4. Your future workplace.
Before we get into exactly where you might be working, I have to share this incredibly inspiring real-world story that proves making a huge career pivot into yoga is completely doable. Take Farina Farid. She was based in Hyderabad, actually working in the modeling industry before she realized yoga was her true calling. So in 2010, she just fully committed, enrolled in the Bihar School of Yoga, and completely transformed her professional life. It's just a brilliant reminder that you can transition into this path from literally any industry.
So where do you actually clock in? Well, the spaces where you can apply these skills are amazingly diverse. Yes, of course, you can work in dedicated yoga studios or general fitness facilities, but did you know you could be hired by professional sports teams to help elite athletes with agility and recovery? Or you could step right into the corporate world as a wellness instructor, helping office workers manage their daily stress. And hey, if you've got that entrepreneurial bug, you can operate entirely independently and visit clients' homes for one-on-one sessions.
Practically speaking, if you're joining a studio or a corporate program, you're usually looking at a shift system. Typically, that's about 6 to 7 hours a day for 5 to 6 days a week, obviously. If you work independently, your schedule is entirely up to you. But one absolutely crucial highlight I want to mention is the inclusivity of this field. Yoga instruction actively offers incredible opportunities for differently abled individuals to thrive and build really rewarding careers.
Section 5. The Career Growth Path. Now, you don't just land your first job and stay in the exact same role forever. There's a very clear, structured ladder for advancement here. You'll typically start out as a trainee yoga instructor, really learning the ropes and applying everything you studied in a real-world setting. As you build that experience and confidence, you transition into a fully fledged yoga instructor. And ultimately, with enough time and expertise, you can reach the level of senior yoga instructor, which means taking on complex clients, highly specialized classes, and naturally higher compensation.
And just so you know, all of these benchmarks we've talked about today, from the salary expectations to the scholarship portals to that career timeline, they're all pulled directly from official career roadmaps. Every single piece of advice here is grounded in verified, real-world data, designed to give you a completely realistic picture of how to succeed in this industry.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought as you map out your future in wellness. We've gone over the personality traits you need, the academic steps to take, the financial realities, and all those diverse workplaces just waiting for you. The path is clearly laid out, the funding is there, and the industry is ready. The only question left is, are you ready to take that first step onto the mat?